welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, the weather is heating up for the summer months, and soon you may find yourself in your home or garden confronted by the chilling hisses of a slithering snake. But don't be alarmed, they're not all dangerous. Now, the iguana from a trending video this week found himself in some rather slippery situations. Let's take a look. I don't think there is a human or a lizard, an iguana out there that isn't breathing a sigh of relief. We're happy to tell you that that plucky little iguana who just introduced bipedal running to the lizarding world did survive that attack. But what do you do if you come across a snake in your home or your garden or even out in the wild while trail running and you're caught unaware? Environmental Control Officer Luke Bax is joining us this morning to answer your calls and my many, many questions. Please, we'd love to hear from you if you've had an encounter or you would like to ask any important questions. 083 91 33728. Luke, I hope that's not a real snake in your hand there, brother.
No, I don't want to bring the real one. I don't want to cause too much panic.
And that is the reality. A snake often does cause panic. Yeah. There is something, I think, hardwired into the deep recesses of our brain when it comes to reptiles and snakes. But the reality is not all of them, most of them are harmless to humans, yes?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a few venomous species in Cape Town, especially, well, around South Africa, we've got about, not actually sure, it's probably about 27 venomous species. But the reality is that they're not that prevalent in the houses around the mountains. You're not going to bump into them. The snakes don't want to see people. Yeah. They're a lot more scared of us than we are of them, despite what most people actually think.
How you feel, yeah. And it's instinct for them as well. And we have the opportunity to think about our actions. They often just react to their situation. Yeah. So I have to ask quickly, before we block it out of our minds, that what was going on in that video? Where was that? What was happening there with those? Is that like a normal scene that you will see in nature, that many snakes lying in wait?
So that's the Galapagos Islands. The snakes are known as the Galapagos racer snakes. Snakes don't hunt in packs. It's a complete misconception, and that video is going to cause a lot of terror. Yeah. And I'm going to have a lot of explaining for us to do whenever I do call-outs. But it's simply a snake has arrived in an area where there are no natural predators, and they've been able to breed prolifically, and now a prey item has simply come through, and suddenly everyone wants a piece of the meat. They're not trying to help each other, they're just trying to simply fill their own bellies.
Tell me something, with those iguanas, and I mean, they have an incredible life cycle, and we know that they're, even from birth, just, surviving those first few seconds, they have a pretty rough time. Are they normally bipedal? Is that something that we'll see an iguana doing,
I think that is a complete, I need to get out of here. I'm just going to do it as fast as lizardly possible. Get out of there. And the bipedal, it gives the ability just to also raises its perspective of view, so it can see where it's going, but also increases that speed dramatically. I mean, you can see he needed to get out of there.
I mean, you could literally see the smoke behind it. So is it true going into these summer months that we're going to see more snakes? We know that they're cold-blooded. Does this bring them out? What does summer mean in the reptile, in particular, snake world?
So yes, it does. I mean, we're starting to see a lot more snakes. I'm starting to receive a lot more call-outs to remove snakes from people's houses. Snakes don't hibernate in the traditional sense of the word. That they go into a state of estivation, which is a reduced period of movement.
So just chill out.
Yeah, they're just going to have a lack of sleep, and I mean, the weather's nice. They'll come out. They'll go look for some food. But besides that, now with the heating up, they are starting to look for food. They are starting to look for mates. Breeding season is starting to come upon us, so we'll start seeing. I mean, I've done a couple of call-outs now where you get pairs of snakes. Males will start fighting for territories. And in about 2 or 3 months, we'll start getting the juveniles coming out just before the end of season. But yeah, we are starting to see a lot more active snakes around the area.
Well, we're going to find out what exactly to do if we do encounter a snake in our garden, and we'd love to hear from you if you've had an encounter or you've seen something as awesome as that video. 083 91 33728. Luke is ready to take all of your snake-related questions.